Share the chat. Yeah, there you go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Doobie Den, and tonight we have a very awesome edition of RevX's Wrestling Review available for you. I'm your host, Buddha. This is your co-host, MJ Hat, and man, do we have a show in store for you. Sorry, I fucked that all up, but I'm your co-host, Buddha. That is your other co-host, MJ Hat. Anyway, get this started, because I fucked that all up.
You're good, man. You're good. Tonight, before we get into tonight, we always try to go back and talk about Raw a little bit. We don't get to cover Raw as much because unfortunately I'm on my 9 to 5. So, uh, well, 2 to 10. Anyway, um, this week on Raw, we had Oscar qualifying in the Queen of the Ring. She took on Ivy Nile, Raquel Rodriguez, and Stephanie McCurr. I when I saw that match, man, it was pretty intense. But I knew Oscar was winning from the get go, just because it was Oscar returning. It was her
Right.
first match.
Right. No, you're absolutely right.
I don't want to just blow through it, but then we had Goldberg made an appearance, and Gunther versus Goldberg for the title was set for Atlanta, Georgia, Saturday night's main event. I don't have that date on hand, but I think that's the middle of the month, end of the month of July, 17th.
It's the 12th, ain't it? Yeah, it's
No,
Saturday
I think
night.
it's 17th.
Saturday night's main event, right? It's on the 12th.
Yeah, 12th. All right,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right.
Uh, then we had AJ Styles get a win on JD McDonough. Liv Morgan injured her shoulder. She dislocated it. That was in the beginning of the match with Kairi Sane, and according to PW Insider, and this is rumor mill stuff, guys, but it's worst case 16 weeks. That's a long time. That's going to knock her out of a lot of stuff. But we'll get into that. Jey Uso won a King of the Ring qualifier against Bronson Reed, Sheamus, and Rusev. And there was a lot of interference in the match, which at the end saw Seth and Cody stare down. Which, okay, heel versus face, play the whole gimmick, blah, 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 blah. We've seen it 1,000 times, right? What's
Indeed.
special about Seth and Cody?
The biggest thing I think I could get out of that, just being honest, is maybe a collaboration in the faction. I mean, they fought each other 3 times, as a matter of fact. The first 3 opponents that Cody took on when he came back to WWE was Seth fucking Rollins every time.
Yeah, that's true. The viral moment of him in the Hell in the Cell is with Seth Rollins with his blue shoulder. So, that they do have history. Even before that, though, they have history back in Stardust days.
Right.
But yeah, that covered Raw. Raw was very meh this week. Was there anything exciting on NXT? I know that's not in the notes, but
No, nothing really of note, noteworthy anyway. The biggest thing is we have a fatal four way, I believe, next week for number one contendership for the NXT Championship. I think it's got Jordan Grace, Jada Parker, Izzy Dame, and Lash Legend. I want to think. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's it. Those four women, they're going to tear it up. I
I
feel as
did
though,
hear that. I did hear that Jordan Grace got Def Rebel.
yeah. Apparently, they're not renewing the contract with them whenever the contract's up. And I guess they're putting out some shitty music and expecting WWE just to go with it. And now they really have no choice but to, because I suppose they don't have anybody like else to help them out with.
I mean, they could always hire somebody else and just pay these people off the clock, but why do that, right?
Jim Johnston,
Um,
man, he was the man. Like he
yeah,
if you guys don't know who that is, he is the one that done 95% of the music back in the day, and it was just awesome. And then we got into
good wrestling entrance themes.
forcible entry. I think was like the first breakthrough as far as actual like big name bands doing entrance themes for wrestlers. I think that's like one of the first
Yeah,
like big hits that we got of it. And then since then
yeah.
it just kind of goes like that.
Man, ever since Def Rebel came along, though, yeah, everybody complains about the entrance music not being able to tell who's who just by hearing the noises.
Right.
Littlefoot's going wild.
Mm.
All right, so you want to take us into SmackDown, bro?
So WWE Friday Night SmackDown comes to you live tonight from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We get the show starting with LA Knight coming out and being like, "Look, I got screwed out of King of the Ring, or I'm sorry, out of Money in the Bank by Seth and his Goonies. So I figured I had to, get payback for that. So I cost one of them a King of the Ring shot. But then they came back and they cost me my King of the Ring shot. So then I had to, get even again. He said honestly that it's going to break down to him and Seth Rollins face to face, one on one. And this brings out Paul Heyman. Heyman's like, look, I'm a big fan of yours. I've always wanted to do that yeah thing. So he does. Gets a nice little pop out of that. But he's like, I'm here to tell you to get out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And so this pisses Elaine off. He decides, okay, if you're basically threatening me. So how about I beat your ass? Well, he says, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take my stuff off. When I turn around, I'm going to beat your ass. So he goes and takes the stuff off. Heyman, sly man that he is, sneaks out of the ring. He stands there and he looks at him. And when Knot finally turns around, he says, that wasn't a prediction that I told you. That was a spoiler. And this brings us to this part that I'm going to let Hat have because he loves talking about what he's fixing
Yeah, man, this brought the Bronze out, and it's not
to.
LeBron, it's not Braun Breaker, it's not. No, it's the Bronze. Okay, I don't care what everybody else is calling them online. We're going with the Bronze because that's what they are. Yeah, they came out and they stomped him down. It was where where am I at? Oh God, I've lost my place. Calls out Rollins. Heyman escapes. The Browns come out, and then there's a commercial after they scurry to the back. They destroyed him with a chair, and until I'm sorry, LA Knight got a chair as an equalizer.
There you go.
Ran them off, and then we got the commercial break. Sorry, I lost my place there. Then we got a backstage segment where it was announced that Bronson Reed would take on LA Knight closer to the end of the show. So, all in all, the opening segment, I don't think it was that bad, man. It was a good way to start
It
SmackDown.
was solid. I mean, Knight needed to lay some kind of claim or at least explain his actions, and I feel as though he did in the best way possible. The Braun's coming out trying to, take him out and everything. I mean, he's a threat to Rollins, and they're trying to make sure that nobody threatens Rollins right now. That's the thing that I feel as though is going strongly for him right now.
Here's something I don't understand,
What's up?
and this happened later. It didn't happen yet. But why would Paul Heyman be carrying around Seth Rollins' briefcase if Seth Rollins is not there? I don't see the. I'm sure it's an intimidation tactic. I understand that aspect of it,
Mm.
but it doesn't make sense. Like it
Okay,
just
so
one of
it's
those
kind of
things
like
that you.
him carrying the title around when Roman Reigns wasn't there, or it's kind of like him carrying around the Ulafala when he was under Solo for a little bit without Solo being there. It's just
Yeah,
it's the presence of who it's for. Does that make sense?
it does. It does. That's a good explanation, I
But
guess. It's just a bad feud.
we're not done talking about them yet. We've got them more later in the show. However, let's go ahead and get into match one. We start out tonight with a semifinals Queen of the Ring tournament match as Alexa Bliss took on Asuka. Bro, this match was actually pretty solid. These two have fought many times before, and you could tell that they
Hell,
still had some.
they were tag team champions at one point.
They were, but you could tell they had some really good chemistry still. A lot of back and forth, a lot of near falls in this match. Like there was a couple times that I thought Bliss just may have got the lucky pin. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just tap before he could
Yeah,
kick out or whatever. But
yeah.
like I said, a lot of near falls. We get to the end of the match. Bliss goes for Twisted Bliss, only for Asuka to put the knees up, and then hits her with. Did you catch the name of what they're calling the rear view?
The Empress something.
Okay, so
It's the review though.
I agree with Hat completely on this. Just for everybody that knows what this move is, because Naomi made it famous, it's the fucking rear view.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
beat her
But
with the rear view.
Empress is bottom or some shit. I don't know.
Asuka advances to the finals, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
of the Queen of the Ring tournament, and well, I guess Bliss is back to the drawing board, so to speak.
Well, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit too.
After that, though,
Um,
nothing big. We get a backstage interview with Jade Cargill where she basically lays claim to the Queen of the Ring and a championship in due time, I guess is the best way to word it.
Thank you for the follow, Ghostface. Appreciate you. Yeah, right.
Oh,
We're
wow.
we're not there yet, bro. But we're getting there. Hold on. Just wait. We're still at the beginning of the show, bro. Hold on.
That was, bro, that was solid, though. That was awesome.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. All right. So you were saying we got the promo with Jade Cargill, yeah.
hmm
Then we got a vignette for Aleister Black, and then another commercial break. Now we're going to tally these up at the end of the show.
As
Go ahead and
always.
take a guess how many you think there was.
Yeah. Put it in the chat before we
Match
get to
number
the end.
two. Match number two was scheduled to be Kit Wilson taking on Aleister Black, right? And
Welcome aboard.
Aleister, appreciate you, buddy. Aleister Black. R-Truth came out and attacked Kit Wilson. Truth grabs a mic and demands Cena comes out. And Truth locks in the SDFU. It, basically until, who was it? Jamie Noble?
Jamie
Jamie Noble came
Noble.
out calming down, of all people. Like, I find that so funny.
Like,
Just because I know he's working his backstage role, but God,
Jamie Noble? You're gonna stop. I mean, like,
right?
look at Jamie Noble, and then look at Truth, and it's like, are you fucking? How does this work? Like, please explain to me
Yeah,
how this little itty bitty dude is gonna take on this big old dude and be like, oh, it's okay. I mean, he had his hands on his face, on his fucking head, like, hey, calm down, it's gonna be okay. Thankfully, Truth listened, and they done a little more of it in the back, to where we get Aleister Black actually coming up face to face with Truth and being like, why are you in my business? And Truth like,
right.
what nothing personal, man. It's just business. And
Yeah,
they stare face to face, and Priest comes in. He's like, hey, let me talk to him. So he tells him, hey, I want you to take this energy and this hatred and everything you got built up, and I want you to beat Cena's ass tonight. So, I mean, so far, the way the events pulled so far is, they're going to give Truth at least a good run. at it. Well,
Yeah.
it's not going to be just a squash like the title match was, for instance.
No, well, I honestly thought Truth was winning. I said at the beginning, I know I did. Truth's either going to win this or it's going to be a DQ. Plain and simple. Because John wasn't going to win clean. So, anyway, we're not there yet. Y'all quit getting ahead of yourselves, both of you. Uh, Next up on the card was Cody Rhodes made his way to the ring. Jay come out before Rhodes says anything, right? Uso says that Monday is business and not personal, and that he's going to win. Then we got Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's music hit. He says he is more focused and it's time for him to finish his story. If someone could go all the way, I was saying at that moment it would have been Sami Zayn. However, Randy Orton came out and he makes his claim that he's going to be the king of the ring, and the most dangerous letters in sports entertainment, RKO. Just what he does. I want to point out, and we talked about this, Cody showed up, didn't say a word. I bet that man still made at least 50 grand tonight.
Didn't have to say anything. Like, it was so beautifully done. It really was. And, like you said, up until Orton came out to lay his claim, Sami Zayn would have actually probably been my choice. It would be nice to see him get to finish his story. However, just a note, dealing with King of the Ring, and we talked about this on the show, or during the show. Randy Orton's never won King of the Ring. He got to the finals last year, and if you guys remember, he got screwed over on a BS pin by Gunther. And of course, referee had already made the decision, didn't overturn it. Everybody said that was a bad decision, and he was supposed to get a better shot, and he did. If I'm not mistaken, like when Gunther first won the title, Randy Orton had a couple claims at it because of everything that had happened at King of the Ring. He was just unsuccessful in being able to cash in on the opportunity.
Right.
So then after we get the fact that Cody didn't say a word during that promo, we get another commercial break. And when we come back, we get Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton in the semifinals for the King of the Ring tournament. This was an awesome match. Like we discussed this as well, that these matches were going to be great because these guys are really good friends. They have a hell of a lot of trust, a lot of chemistry, and it showed very, very well tonight. Sami started off very strong, a lot of good chops and stuff like that. Orton, it clicked in his head, okay, maybe this is going to be more of a battle than what I thought it was going to be. He takes advantage. He's able to take on Sami, getting a nice little spot. Actually, a couple of them on the outside where he does his patented backdrop onto the announcer's table. He goes for the third one. Sami's able to block it. Sami got a bit of momentum going. Looked like he actually might have had this match won. He goes for the haluva kick just to be caught in an RKO. With a clean 3 count, Randy Orton is moving on to the finals in the King of the Ring tournament. Again, though, solid match. Very, very solid match.
Honestly, there was a lot of up and downs to it, and I honestly thought Zayn was going to win there for a while.
I mean,
I know you were there with me. I was like, come on. But it's Randy Orton, man. Randy Orton's never won a King of the Ring, and this could be his year.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we got Nia Jax walking out to the ring, and she was so intimidating and focused. She was
so intimidating. Look at my eyes.
It was raw. we got a commercial break, and then Nia made her way out and says Tiffy stabbed her in the back. Then Tiffany's music hit, tells her get over it, and it sets up next week, along with some other things, a last women standing match for the WWE Women's Championship. That's going to be a good match. I don't like her voice, but I like what she's doing as champion. Tiffany's not backing down from nobody.
The fact that most of the titles are defended over in Riyadh, is awesome.
Yes,
Like I'm just honestly saying that it might not be on the PLE, but between SmackDown and the PLE, which are back-to-back nights, we're getting a lot of damn title matches, guys, over in Riyadh. So this is gonna be awesome.
we are. Um, and then once Nia attacked her, because we all knew that that was going to happen, Naomi came out with her briefcase and she was going to cash it in, and Nia stops it yet again because Nia wants to be the one to beat Naomi for the title. Period. Point blank.
Mm-hmm.
So Nia stops it. Tiffany drop kicks Naomi into Nia on the outside, and that's pretty much the end of the segment. So then we got the infamous Yin and Yang promo. Oh my goodness. Honestly, it was good.
To
I like what they're doing with Punk and Cena.
to go over a 15-year feud in the way that they did tonight, that was probably the coolest thing. And it wasn't wrong. It was very, very good facts. I mean, back when this first started, Cena was the pure face, Punk was the pure heel. 15 years later, you flip it around and you've got complete reverse. Hold on, we've actually got a comment on here. I don't think Randy
Yeah,
wins King of the Ring because I think we're either getting Cena versus Punk or Rhodes or Cena versus Orton versus Rhodes versus Knight at SummerSlam. Jesus fucking A, bro.
that'd be a hell of a match,
That would
though.
be
Uh,
that was before Randy versus Knight versus Black versus Hayes last Friday. I don't want Cena versus Cody
yeah.
1-on-1 again right now. I will
No,
I'll say
no
this,
one does.
Ghostface. Nobody does. It's going to
Nobody does.
happen, but I think it's going to be down the road a little bit and let Cena actually get a few more title defenses under his notch before they actually. I feel as though they're going to drop it back to Cody. If they don't drop it to Cody,
Yeah,
then I say LA Knight's probably going to be my second guess on it.
honestly, I would like to see something happen with the championship. I would like to see Punk take it, but I know he's not going to because it's
Exactly.
Cena's year. It's Cena's run. He's going to leave with the title, and then he'll end up coming back to defend it at Mania. And I know that people's like, no, this is his last year. I think he'll do one more Mania. I know they promoted he wouldn't, but I think he will. I'm sticking to my guns on this. I've said it all year.
All right. Well, getting back to the event earlier in the night, we had actually had a little backstage segment with Charlotte Flair and Chelsea Green, in which Charlotte told Chelsea that she was going to rearrange her face for her yet again. So that leads us into match 4: Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair. Chelsea actually got in some pretty solid offense in this one. Uh, Charlotte really needs to learn how to sell better. I'll say
Yeah,
better. There were some moves that she actually took. She took really nicely. There were some moves she took that, like for instance, the setup for the end of the match. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to it because
yeah,
honestly and truthfully, that was really about it. But the end of the match,
yeah. It was,
she goes for the figure eight. Chelsea counters into a pin. 1-2. Charlotte comes right back up, puts it right back on her, automatically gets the win. Like, why? Like you just got schoolboyed into a 2 count, into a near fall, and then magically you're just gonna come back up. Oh fuck yeah! Here we go. Figure eight's on. I'm gonna pull up. Automatic tap, but now
no space. You are not wrong. You are not wrong, brother. Just saying.
we actually covered some of that earlier. Sorry, I was reading that myself. We actually covered some of that earlier. I feel as though that he is probably going to end up with Seth and the Bronze, as Hat likes to call them, in that group. I hope they name that group soon, and I'm so waiting to hear
The
if
only
Rollins
problem
going to
with
use
that
it.
prediction, man, is that they're on Raw. You know, like that's the only thing that would kind of stomp it.
One of the big
So
things about Netflix getting into this was they wanted Cody Rhodes on Raw. Okay, that was
that's
like
true.
one of the big things. So this is
That's
a good
true.
way for him to get moved over. Somebody from Raw come over to SmackDown, even though right now, like we discussed earlier during the event, Raw and SmackDown storylines are blending together.
I hope you're right. I
That would be
hope you're
kind of
right.
cool too. That would be kind of cool, Ghostface. Uh,
Absolutely, absolutely.
But anyway, guys, after the match took place, I'm loving the fact that we're actually getting some comments tonight. It's making this so much awesomer.
Uh-huh.
But after the
Uh-huh.
match, just as soon as Chelsea tapped, we thought we seen Charlotte's leg just get completely destroyed because Piper hit her with the big
Yeah,
splash,
dude.
and then they go on the attack, only for Alexa Bliss to come out and save Charlotte Flair. To which
I don't
Charlotte
like the
Flair just
direction
kind of
they're
looks
going.
at her and walks away from her. I don't know what they're doing here. I don't want
They're
to
going to try and
see
turn Charlotte's face, man. That's exactly what they're going to
and
do.
put her with
They're
a.
going
I
to
don't want
they're
to
going to
see
use.
that. I don't want to
No
see
one wants
that.
to see that. That's what's coming. That's
Charlotte
what's coming.
Flair has done everything in the women's division that you really can. Okay, there is
Yeah.
so much respect on her name. She don't need any more respect put on it. Give some of these
She
young
doesn't even need to be
females.
wrestling anymore. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
right.
Ghostface, exactly. Like I swear, dude.
This Ghostface gets it.
And it
Ghostface
was the
gets it.
surgically repaired knee. That's the crazy part. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, look. We are both former wrestlers, and I destroyed my knee once, and it took me a good solid like 6 months just to get back on the top rope and jump.
That did. I
Yeah,
remember those days.
I was scared, guys. Like, I won't even lie to you. I took a nasty hit, and it
You got to be
scared me.
careful with that.
But yeah, guys, like, eh. So do you want to do the segment or you want me to?
You can go ahead.
So
It's one of your favorites.
after that match took place, we get Solo making his way to the ring. Basically tells Jacob Fatu, "Look, I screwed up. I'm sorry. I love you. I don't have anybody else without you here. Please come back to the bloodline." And to put it in simplistic terms, it was a lot more drawn out than that. Jacob Fatu comes out. He listens to some more of Solo. When he finally talks, he's like, "Look, he's like, I know it ain't about that. He's like, for you, it's like about the glory, the money, and the gold." And he said, since it's about the gold, he lays the U.S. title right in between the center of them. He's like, let's fight for this.
Right?
They go back and forth for a second. He goes to leave. Solo goes to hit him with the spike, to which Jacob grabs him, headbutts him, starts to attack. Here comes JC Mateo. He gets involved, as
Yeah.
always. But Jacob Fatu is saved by Jimmy Uso, guys. Jimmy Uso, of
I was
all
really
people.
surprised.
Jimmy
I
Uso.
was surprised to see Big Jim. I mean, I know he's family, but
Right.
I was shocked.
Now,
I didn't think
I've
he'd get
caught
involved.
this a couple of times. And Ghostface, if you're still on, please feel more than free to answer this in the chat for me. I've seen this a couple of times. Solo will not attack Jimmy.
No,
I've
no.
seen that really
It's his
well
brother,
tonight.
man.
JC, right, but
Brother.
okay. However, like, it wasn't 6 months ago that he was dropping Jay and Jimmy both. Correct me if I'm
That
wrong.
was different. That was different.
How is it different? It's
That was
no
different.
different. Now he's not
It's
wanting to attack his
entirely
brother.
different.
There's something going on there, okay? Guys, I don't know if
He
y'all
was
remember.
fighting both of his brothers.
Not going to lie, I don't trust him. I don't trust him either.
Yeah. See,
I do not
see.
trust him. What I'm saying is, Roman Reigns said
Yes,
last year that we were maybe in the second, maybe third inning of the Bloodline saga. Okay? We've had Jay winning the title. Jimmy's trying to make a name for himself. We've had the secondary version of the Bloodline fail. I don't think he cost
we'll
Jacob the
see.
title. No, I think
We'll see.
I don't know.
I
He
think
might,
he's going
man.
to. I
I
think he's
think
going to earn it.
I think I have to disagree with you on that, Ghostface. I think he actually does cost him the title. I think it
Yeah.
might be a way to start rebuilding the bloodline. I've heard that Tama and Tua both are close to coming back, like almost ready to come
Okay.
back. So I wouldn't be
Well, it would be
surprised to see Solo with JC, the Tongas, and Jimmy in a new bloodline, and then them trying to get Jay back in. Because I'm sorry, guys.
we
Here's the little
didn't need
spoiler for you for
another
now.
bloodline.
Cody Rhodes wins that match next week, and Jay goes back into unexistence. Sorry.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Jay might very well. It could be Jay. It could be Orton. It could be Cody. It could go any of the three ways, man. Just really, I think Cody versus Jay is going to be an excellent match,
Oh,
though, and I'll
I
be watching
agree,
it.
but I feel as though Seth Rollins going to have something to do with Cody Rhodes in that.
Let's talk about Bronson Reed and LA Knight.
Let's go.
Uh, well, after we read what
I agree with
it
that, Ghostface. I agree. I watched
yep,
that video. Oh my
yep.
God, I watched that video.
This dude's spitting facts.
Don't get me
You
wrong.
know, you should join the Discord if you're not Ghostface.
I
Here, I'll give
understand
you a link.
completely. I do. I understand completely. I'm a dad just as well. As you can see, Hat's a dad as well. So, if it was my boy
Yeah,
and he was, making a big name for himself and everything, I'd be pissed off too. However, Rikishi's on a Legends contract. Okay, I'm pretty sure that he probably broke every like 10th wall known to man when he decided to go on that rant.
yeah. You're probably not wrong. There is probably some legal issues coming up for Rikishi, I'd say, but that's not confirmed. Don't
Yeah, don't hold us
just
for that.
wait and see. Wait and
Get them
see.
all in there,
But
guys.
Bronson Reed and LA Knight, right? Match started with a kick to the outside from Knight to Reed, which he missed blatantly on TV, but Reed still sold it. Then we got another commercial break. Knight starts to get the upper hand, and Braun Breaker, the other Braun, tries to interfere. Knight goes for the kick to the outside and is met by a spear. Then he's held in place for another spear. Then three tsunamis. I think they're writing LA Knight off TV. I honestly, I hate to say that because what Ghostface is saying is true.
Jay said he
Didn't Jay
saved
say
his
it was?
dad moments
Yes,
ago.
yes, he
Yes,
did.
yes, he
Yes, he
did.
did.
He sure did, Ghostface. He
Uh,
sure did, man.
but I'm going to tell you right now that I think LA Knight's been going strong for what, a year and a half
Ever since
without a
he
break.
got, ever since he got the call back up and got to be himself.
So then, yeah, he's probably due some vacation time.
Yeah.
I just putting that out there. I hate to see it happen before SummerSlam. I'd rather it happen after, but it's probably coming. Just really, he took a beating tonight,
Oh yeah.
pretty bad.
But we did get some really
Um,
good matches announced for next Friday
yeah,
night. We got 3 title matches announced for next Friday night. Starting out with the tag team titles as the Street Profits will defend their titles against the Wyatt Six, and that's probably going to
yeah,
be
that's probably gonna be six, bro. That's probably
Duncan
gonna be six.
Duncan and or not Duncan, but fuck me, what is his name? Joe Gacy and oh my god, the fucking pterodactyl looking thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Jesus. Uh, anyway, we've got sorry, Dexter Loomis. That's it. That's his name. There we
Mm-hmm.
go. All
Mm-hmm.
right, but I'd say that's probably who's going to end up being the tag team champions. We also get the
No
women's
doubt.
U.S. title match. It's going to be Zelina Vega defending against Julia. I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull Julia for that one, man. I'm sorry to say it, but
you think so?
I feel as though they might give that to Julia. And then we
Yeah,
got
what's Selena really doing besides Chelsea Green anyway?
right, and then like you said earlier, during the segment, we got told that the women's championship will be on the line as Tiffy Stratton will defend the title against Nia Jax in a last woman standing match. We also
Well,
just talked. Go ahead.
as if that was the only title that was going to get announced. We also got another announcement for Night of Champions. We got Jacob Fatu taking on Solo Sikoa. One on one, I mean, we'll see what happens. But
That's
hold me to
exciting, man.
this.
That's
Jacob,
exciting.
Jacob's going to like mop the floor with Solo. And I
Wyatt's
can't
locked
wait.
in, but I wouldn't be
Wyatt's,
shocked if DIY and Motor City Machine Guns caused the DQ and started a brawl. I would be okay
yeah,
seeing that
DQ
as well. Would be okay seeing that
that's
as well.
common. No, I want the Wyatts to win, bro.
SmackDown
I'm all
tag team
about
division, hands down, is the best tag team division in wrestling at the moment. I'm sorry, and that's
Yes, it
everywhere.
is.
Uh, again, I'm sorry to say that, but it is very true. SmackDown has the tag teams. Okay, Raw really don't have tag teams. We're seeing that. Who's tag team champions right now? New Day. How often did they defend
Yeah,
them? Oh shit,
they've
hardly
not.
ever.
They've
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
They,
exactly.
they've not.
Like it was just it was let's put a bigger name on the titles so maybe, just maybe, they have some kind of relevance.
I want you to know
Failed.
that Matt Cardona, and I know we don't talk about Matt Cardona,
Mm.
but Matt Cardona just posted, "Hey John Cena,"
All right,
just so you know.
let's get into this final match, and that comment right there will actually make absolutely more sense. So the main event of the
Yeah,
evening, guys, was R-Truth against John Cena. They actually let Truth run most of this match. He beat the living hell out of Cena for a minute. Roman was somehow appeared on TV more in the
dude,
first few months than New Day
he
did.
ain't wrong, man.
Dude, that is
This
so accurate.
Ghostface be spitting straight facts.
Dude, that is so accurate. But anyway, guys, Cena basically got his ass beaten up. He was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm leaving. He walks out with the belt. R-Truth comes up behind him to stop him. He turns around, clocks Truth with the belt, causes the DQ. So even though it was very weird to see Cena wrestle on TV, it wasn't for long. However, right after this happens, Punk's music hits. They come out. They get into a nice brawl. And then, exactly, man, we Cena lost to Truth before Punk did the pump back in 2011. Did he really? Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're absolutely right about that. But anyway, guys, getting into this pipe bomb. So if you remember 2012, I think. Was
No,
it
2013.
20,
It's
okay,
2013 when I
2013,
dropped.
Punk done the infamous pipe bomb, okay? So Cena, I guess,
Yeah,
decides he wants to try to do his own tonight, 12 years later, and he basically, honestly, almost word for word does most of the parts of Punk's pipe bomb. He does put a few things in that was actually funny. One, when he said he was breaking the fourth wall, there was a few mentions. Matt Cardona being one of them.
yeah,
Claudio Castagnoli, which was
yeah,
uh, oh my God, Cesaro when he was in WWE.
yeah.
And who was the other
All
one?
AEW people, man.
Huh?
I don't remember, but it was all AEW people.
There was another one though that was mentioned. I can't remember exactly who it was, but he makes mention of them. He tells Punk, "You're the best in the world. You were the best in the world for 7 minutes, 14 years ago." He says. I thought that was the most hilarious comment he can
Did
make.
you hear the crowd?
Oh
Did
yeah,
you hear the crowd?
the crowd are
They
getting
were
behind Cena
for
as this heel
Cena.
character, guys. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but if he actually does, it was 2011 because he mentions Dwayne being in the main event of Mania the next year, which would have been 2012.
Well, I believe you, man. I could be wrong.
Facts,
I was
bro.
pretty sure it was 13, but
But
you're probably right.
Cena being a heel is starting to win the crowd over.
Yeah,
Cena being a heel, they're
yeah,
going to cheer him anyway. And like you said, tonight was the facts on that. Like they started
yeah.
cheering pretty hardcore when he got to the end of that. And the best quote from that was, "This is what the best in the world looks like when they take on the greatest of all time." And of course, Punk
Yeah,
still laid out because he got put through a damn table, so he's still laid out, knocked out. Cena standing above him, holding the belt high, and
in
that's
the
how he,
notes,
huh?
I put reverse pipe bomb because this is exactly what happened. Yin and yang, and man, they're doing this yin and yang story.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
chef's kiss, guys, like perfect.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
But guys, honestly,
Yeah.
that's the end of the review for SmackDown. We had a solid event, 6 matches. Woo! 6 matches was
Um.
pretty solid. But
Hold on. Hold on.
yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on. No. No.
yeah.
No. 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 Before we end this, I wanted to bring up
I
two
agree with
things.
that,
Thing
Ghostface.
number one.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, I do too. Uh, two things. Thing number one. I want to talk about Goldberg, and I know that nobody's going to want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you how it's going to be right now. Okay, and not to quote Paul Heyman, this isn't a prediction; it's a spoiler. All right, they're going to give him a title for a month, and I don't want it. You don't want it. Nobody wants it, but it's going to happen because it's Bill Goldberg. and he is one of the few people that can come
Oh,
in,
thank you,
win a
Ghostface.
title.
Nick Nemeth. That was the other one. Thank you, Ghostface.
That was it. Quit, Matt.
And him putting Jack Perry in there would have been great,
Yeah.
considering the bad blood that him and Punk have to one another. I get where you was with that reference now. However,
Yeah.
please, Ghostface, for the love of everything wrestling, tell me you're with me on this. Do not give Goldberg the damn title. Please do
I
not
don't
give
want it either,
Goldberg the
man, but it's
title.
coming. It's coming.
Please
I
tell me
don't
you
want
were
it.
with me
He'll
on that,
lose it
brother.
back at SummerSlam. He will lose it back at SummerSlam. Yeah, well, I mean, you're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong.
You're probably
Like, he's
not wrong,
probably
brother.
right here, because it's going to happen.
Oh,
The
God.
other thing I wanted to talk about was Liv Morgan and how she's basically been pulled from Evolution.
Mm-hmm.
So, since she's the tag team champion, there's been some rumors going around that Raquel Rodriguez is going to have a partner in what's her face? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, that one.
Roxanne Perez is probably going to do exactly what Naomi did for Jade Cargill.
Yeah,
And I think that it's going to lead to a bigger storyline between I'm sorry, I should say, this little squabble over Dominique Mysterio.
Ghostface, I could see that,
honestly,
but I'm
yeah,
gonna say that I wouldn't really want to see that. And the only reason I say that is because that just keeps Goldberg around. I want Goldberg in and out as quick as fucking possible. When he
me
came
too,
out the other
dude.
night, I seriously threw my phone and fucking screamed, "Why?" There's no point. Goldberg just needs to take his old ass home and enjoy retirement, man. You've done everything
I
you
mean,
needed to do. You don't need this.
maybe he picks up maybe he picks up the title and Seth cashes in, right? Hopefully that's what happens.
Oh, I
Because
fucking hope not.
I don't want to see Goldberg on a run. But he's going to
I
win
do
again.
not want to see Goldberg win a title from a guy that just won the title back, and then he's going to have some guy that's been out of wrestling for what, 5+ years, come in and win the title. That is stupid.
I mean,
That is
that's
just
what he did
bad
last
fucking
time.
booking. That is bad booking.
That's what he did last time.
You're not wrong.
No, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I know that this is
But
history repeating itself.
he done that to the same person. Yes. I absolutely agree with that, Ghostface. 3 minutes is all Gunther needs, really. Like,
I don't even think he needs that.
I won't even lie to you. I might actually record when I get to see Gunther bitch slap the piss out of Goldberg. Goldberg ain't gonna take that
You want to do
motherfucking slap.
reactions?
Huh!
We might do reactions to that.
Like, oh my god. I will have it just like this right here. Like, BAM! Like,
But no, that was it. That was all I wanted to talk about was Liv and Goldberg.
So as
if you
far
want
as
to,
the women's tag division goes, the whole thing, and I'm sure everybody knows, is for the Bellas to reunite, come back, and yeah, chop the last few gray hairs off his body. Exactly. I want to see him slap him so
what
fucking
hair?
hard that Goldberg actually grows
What
hair. Like, that's what I want to see. But the Bellas are supposed to be winning the tag team titles. I can't say I'm for that either. Like you said last Friday night, there's not really much of a women's tag division because, well, fuck, they just let half of them go. So I
Yeah,
mean, there's
that's
not
right.
really much they can do there anymore.
I mean, when they got rid of when they got rid of
They got rid of Shayna, and then you put
yeah,
Zoe by
Shayna
herself,
Baszler,
and she gets hurt. Like,
yeah,
fucking.
and then they got rid of Damage Control.
Oh well, they
So
just split
that's
them
one
up.
too.
Like, you could put Asuka and Kyrie back together. You could put actually that would probably be your best because that was the Kabuki Warriors, and they were actually probably
Yeah,
the strongest of any like form of damage control that's ever been a part.
I think we get Jade Cargill winning the
Queen of the
Queen of
Ring.
the Ring though.
Nah, I have
Yeah,
to agree with you on
I
that.
I wish I seen Roxanne winning it, man, but I don't.
I would
I
love to
do
see
see
that.
another.
I would love to see
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Ghostface. Like, I'm a
I would
Roxanne
too.
Perez fan. I've watched her like grow from the little girl she came in as to the fully developed like veteran that she is today. Okay, like she has completely done a full 360 and probably transitioning more towards a 540 to continue keeping herself evolving. Probably be Rhea
I
because her
mean,
and her has this weird obsession with
Night
her
of
being here.
Champions is at Riyadh, right? Like that's coming
Yeah,
up next week, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be Rhea then because Tiffany's already defending the title on SmackDown.
yeah.
Like
I really
that.
feel
Like,
it is going to be Rhea. I feel as though I don't know that they'll actually give her the title back though. Like she's
I hope
doing
not.
good. She's doing good for herself without having to have the title. If that makes any sense.
Rhea Ripley doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. She's big enough already. She doesn't need it.
But then again, neither does Io.
No, Io is a transitional champion.
And
I agree.
I
She
think it's
doesn't need to
Roxanne
go
that
right
takes
back
it
to.
though. I really do. I think it's Roxanne that takes it. And here's
Well,
why I
that's
say that.
news.
So if they flip
That's
it,
news.
what? Oh yeah, apparently Trish was at SmackDown. I can't say I've seen her,
That's something
but
for.
I wouldn't be
I didn't see
surprised
her either,
either.
but
I wouldn't be surprised because I'm sure she's
they'll
probably
probably
going to
put
do
him for
something with
Evolution.
Evolution. Oh please God no!
I don't.
Shoot me in the face
I don't know if
now.
they'll do that or not when they tag together, man.
I don't want to see
I
that
don't think
shit.
they'll do that.
They might because I mean they basically done the same thing with who's she with? Uh oh shit. Wasn't Becky? Who was she with the last time? And she fucking turned on her because she wanted a shot at the title.
I don't recall, to be
I don't
honest with you.
remember. It wasn't too long ago, but like I smoke a lot of pot, so yeah.
Yeah, but like Trish doesn't even need to be wrestling anymore, man.
No.
If they were in Canada, I could see that, but
Mhm.
where they're not going to be in Canada, they're going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So
And I'm sorry,
you know,
Trish Stratus's name nowadays does not hold enough like buy factor to have her go over there as well.
right?
I don't see it, but I could be wrong. And over there, she could be like a fucking god or something. Just saying. Uh,
I think that's skinny. I think that's skinny. So skinny, if that's you, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you. I just don't see it. I love you, buddy, but no.
what's up?
Being with Tiffany is bro. I'm not. Yeah, yeah. Hey, you're not wrong there,
That's
but
true.
I still, I still kind of feel like we're gonna get Jade Cargill winning the Queen of the Ring, taking the
Yep.
title from Tiffany, and then Naomi and Jade feud.
Yeah.
That's just what I see.
And it also
Maybe
brings
I'm
Bianca back in the picture as
wrong,
well
but yeah,
because she should be
who's due
healing
any
from
day?
broken fingers. I mean, that I think that was really it. So, but anyway, guys, that concludes this week's episode of RevX's Wrestling Review, our 620 review of WWE SmackDown. Ghostface, it has been awesome actually having somebody in the chat sit here and shoot shit with about
Join the
wrestling.
Discord.
Do us a
You can come
favor.
up on the stage and talk to us.
Exactly. Join the Discord. Make sure you follow both of us, man. I know you gave Had a follow if you wouldn't care to follow me as well. If not, no problem. Also, we do this every Friday night. We also do all the PLEs that come up. So next week we've got Night of Champions. So we'll have the SmackDown review
Yeah,
Friday night. We'll have Night of Champions
and
Saturday
then
night. And then I think we could skip a week or two, and then we'll have another set of two. We've got a couple of threes
no,
coming up,
that's a set of
guys.
three.
Like we do have
There's
a
a
couple of
couple
threes
threes
coming up.
coming.
I feel Roxanne could
So
win it and face Io, while Jay could go after Tiffy without winning Queen of the Ring. You're okay.
that's possible.
That is possible. That's not anything wrong. I could see that as well. One of these nights, uh, well, actually, usually about every night we do this. We usually shoot shit about
Yeah,
some ideas and stuff like that we see. So anything that comes to mind, make sure you throw it up in that chat, man. We'll be more than happy to discuss
yeah.
those
We welcome
things.
all comers, bro. Like really, we welcome everybody to come
If you
get
got
on the
wrestling
stage. We'll
buddies,
bring you in here to
Ghostface,
talk on stream.
send them our way, man. We love talking wrestling, as you heard tonight, and
Shameless plug.
okay,
Shameless
so
plug. You know,
I was actually going to go with a 6.5 on the show, and I'll agree
yeah,
with you 1,000 times over, 1,010 in the Cena promo. Like
yeah,
no doubt about that. I do fully wholeheartedly agree. So anyway, guys, we will be live again next Friday night. 11 p.m. is usually start time. We got a little earlier tonight. We pulled off almost an hour long review. So
almost.
anyway, guys, make sure that you're following Hat's socials. He's got them all in the chat. Make sure you follow him on as well. If you can't find me here, just search my name. You'll find me everywhere. Anyway, guys,
That's
on
right.
behalf of myself, Buddha, that's MJ Hat, and this has been RevX's Rev Review. We will catch you all next time. Peace out. Later. Take care, guys.
Later, y'all. All right, muted up. So yeah.